Hi guys, I believe I am done with this journal that I made for Meg from ChasingRetro. I am also doing a second one, and this one will be for sale. It's an older version. Let me see the date on this one. From 1962. So I'm working on finishing this one, and it will be very similar on the inside as this one. So if you are interested in that journal, please send me an email and I will reserve it for you, because it will be hopefully done by the end of this weekend. But here is the finished one. I did a little tassel and kept it simple. I just wanted something simple. So that's on the side. Here's the back. And at the last minute, I don't know if I got slap happy, but I had made some of these to stick out of the top. And I can't decide. You let me know if you like the bunny upside down with his feet up or his feet down. And I thought he would make a great little bookmark. I thought it would be cute sticking out of the top. So leave me a message below and let me know which way you like it. And then I did this one too. I don't know if I got slap happy at the end and just decided to do some other fun stuff, but we'll see. I would like to hear your opinion. Okay, let's do the final flip through. This is the inside pocket, and it has bunnies and little cards in it. Bunnies, eggs, all kinds of fun things. A tag in there. And this is like a button that's raised with a bunny on it. And it says Happy Easter. And then I put these little crochet flowers, and they have little beads in the center. We have, I got a string on me. Okay, the first thing is a pocket that's made from a bag, and inside is a bunny. I like how he's just sticking out and matches the yellow here. Okay, let me keep you in the frame. We have dandelions over there, and then dandelion stationery. And some of this stuff you've already seen while I was making it. And if not, welcome. And this is a retro card, greeting card. This is my printables, and they're actually free. This one out on Ko-Fi. This is another printable that I added some little bling to the center of the daisies. And that's a printable too of mine, the reverse side. I have pockets that are full of fun things. We got a carrot. I thought it looked cute next to these guys, because that's vintage wrapping paper. The back is a little yellow. Okay, that. I found an old food coloring and egg dye kit, and I just cut it and thought it would be neat to be put in there. And these are my printables that are out on Ko-Fi also. So that's just a little tuck spot that I made there. Okay, I'm always at an angle, I guess. Okay, So the center is a copy of a pattern, and that's on my Ko-Fi also. And then I put some little floral dangles on there. I put in the pocket some bunny stuff. And this is actually something that Meg sent me, and I'm sending it back to her. So it's like a full circle moment. I believe this opens. And I thought I put something in there. I wonder if I took it out already. Okay, that will have something in there. Oh, I took it out and put it in another spot. Okay. And I will add little things to this at the last minute because I want Meg to be surprised also, in case she sees this. We're gonna add some fun little things. This is a word find, and it's Easter time. And I put this is a transfer, and it has a bunny painting Easter eggs. So I tried to put some fun little interactive things in the pockets. I love that image. This is the other side of that bag, and it's full of some stickers in there. This is some stationery with an Easter bunny and a carrot from an Ideals magazine. This is from a Bunny Blue Book, Ideals magazine again. I think this is from a Jack and Jill book. I love this little girl looking at the Easter eggs hanging from the tree. Love these ladies. It looks like they're getting ready and putting their bonnets on to go to church. And this is from, oh gosh, I can't think of the name. It will come to me. I'll let you know, or I'll put it below. And it's a pocket here. And then I put some little charms on here that are blue flowers and a leaf. I don't know if you could see them. And some trim, ribbon trim. This is from a cake decorating, vintage cake decorating magazine. Some stationery with carrots. I think one of these bunnies could be cute there, sticking up there. That could be fun. Okay, this is the center of this signature. And it's got some little dangles on there, a rabbit and a flower. And then we have a little tip out that goes this way. And it's music, and it's children putting money in the offering at the church. And so over here, I put a collection envelope with a church on it. That's one of my printables. And filled it with more of my printables. These are vintage postcards. This one is from 1925. It's a replica of it. And this one, I don't see a date on that one, but I love how it has the embossed look and everything. And these are out on my Ko-Fi also. And what I did is I backed this printable with an envelope and turned it into a pocket here. Here's the flip side of the cake decorating book. I love the Easter bunny, pink Easter bunny. This little girl I just adore. I turned her into like a little pocket, and I put some, you can't see, but she's got sparkles on her dress that I used something called Winkastella. And sometimes I just love adding it. It just gives a little extra bling to something. And you might not be able to see it in this light, but I like adding it and adding a little sparkle to things. And so I turned her into a pocket. And this, I believe, is from KB and Friends, printable. And this, oh, I don't know. I'll have to look up where she's from. She came with my scrapbook paper, but I don't know what kit. And then I added a butterfly on each side. And that's like a little tab, and did a butterfly trim here. Have a little blue doily. I need to add more of those. I think I'm going to. So do let me know if you're interested in the other one that I'm making. You can email me, and the first to email will be the new owner. Okay, so at the beginning, I had a bag that I cut. And so I wanted the other side to be open in here, and I left it open, but I had to cut the bottom of the bag off. And then it was laying on my desk, and I'm like, oh my gosh, those eggs match up perfect. And so I ended up using the bottom of the bag, put a little Easter bunny in there, and I was able to do the same thing in the other journal. I just loved how it's just one of those happy surprises laying on my table, and I'm like, where's that from? And here I realized it was from the bottom of the bag that I cut. So that was fun. This is a retro card. Bunny says Happy Easter. And I happen to have 2 of those. So I think another butterfly could be pretty on there. I can't show everything. Meg's got to have some surprises. Okay, so I skipped by this. This is a Easter bonnet salad. And then over here, I have the grandmother and daughter or granddaughter wearing their Easter bonnet hats. Could be her mom, but I'm going to say it's the grandmother because my next page says grandmother's Easter bonnet. So I happen to have a stamp that was a hat, and I put that there. So I like how the whole little Easter bonnet ensemble is going on there. This is a retro clothes from a catalog, I believe Sears, that Meg sent me from ChasingRetro. And I thought it would be sweet just to put back in her journal for fun. This is a dad and his daughter maybe going to Easter Sunday church. This lady's decorating Easter eggs. This is a printable I have out on Ko-Fi. This was like a hanky that I loved, how it's like 3D. It's been stitched. And I thought, oh, I'll use that as a pocket. And I happen to have another one of those that's going to be in the other journal. So the other journal will be almost exactly the same. This is just a coloring book and page that I thought it would be fun to include in here. And she's holding a basket of flowers, and I thought this went good with the basket of flowers. I like when, we have those happy surprises. This little girl is holding daffodils. I love that. This is a printable of mine, and on the printable has these little photo corners. Well, I happen to have more photo corners and used it so that can actually come out. But that's out there on my printables too, on Ko-Fi. And it slips back into there. And there was another photo I was gonna put in here that I need to remind myself to do that. This is a post-it. and I did one of my printables here and fussy cut it, the tulips, and have it so it opens up like so to reveal my printable. And then it closes, almost like a, you know, a matchbook case. And normally those come with like little stickers, but I thought it would be fun to do it that way. This was like a placeholder for a table, you know, to put someone's name on it. But I cut it more and made it into the shape of an egg, and liked how that turned out. More music. And I love how the girls have their little bonnets on. This is a printable out there on my Ko-Fi again. I feel like I'm repeating myself several times, but anyhow, I thought this was a great center of a signature. And did a little tulip here and an egg on the end of the string. This is from KB and Friends printable, and I just think she's so adorable. And she's holding little chickies, and she's dressed like an Easter bunny, and the tulips. Something about that image I love. Another one of my printables, and I thought this little tag was neat to use. I believe these tags were white, and I dyed them. I think I did it with avocado, or did red food coloring. I forget. This was a neat cluster, and I will have one very similar in the other journal. This was fun. I punched out Easter. Then I used a paint chip and punched out a bunny with a bunny die. And I love the top of this. It says egg yolk. And I just like how it looks embossed too. And I'll put it back in there. I like how when it's sitting up, you could see the Easter like that in that little pocket. This was material that Meg sent me, and I just loved the retro look of it. So I stitched it around an envelope, and then the envelope opens up like this, and I put this little bunny here. So then it opens up like that, and I punched Meg's name in one of my Project Life cards, and then put a playing card in there, and some more printables from KB and Friends. But I thought that was fun to put Meg's name on one. I think I'll do it like that so it stands out when she sees it. So that was a fun little thing. Okay, that's the flip side of the dad and daughter going to church together. This is Ideals page on this little child's hunting Easter eggs. And then mother and son, or grandmother and son. This, at the end I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't used any of my napkins. So what I did is I had this napkin, and I did a glue stick on like a receipt, an old receipt, and then thought I would fold it down and have it look a little vintagey and wrap my napkin around that way. I originally was going to do decoupage, but I ended up doing the glue stick, and I like how that came out. And that might have been what I had in that pattern pocket. But that pattern pocket will be full. This is a freebie, a printable out there. And I just use it as a tuck spot. KB and Friends. Meg had sent me the plastic with the bunny on it, and I thought, well, I'm gonna turn it into a bingo shaker card. And so that's what I did there. And I've made 2 of those, trying to do the same exact thing. This is a printable of mine, and it's where I've taken the little squares and turned it into a pocket, but I took the little squares, cut them, and then stitched them almost like a quilt. That was the fun thing to do. This is a tag that I made, and I believe Meg sent me this charm. So I'm sending it back to her. So, and this is a rub-on a vellum tag, and these vellum tags were on sale, marked down this week at Hobby Lobby. No, yes, Hobby Lobby. So I thought that went neat there. I felt like there was more pages there. This is a printable of mine with lines, and it has daffodils. So I like, if I'm journaling, I like to have lines to write on in my journal. So I thought it would be fun to make those. This is from a vintage old book, and I just thought it'd be fun to use those pages. In the little chickies, I filled in some of them randomly yellow there. This is another postulette. I might do something fancy with that yet. This is material that I put down on freezer paper. I ironed it onto freezer paper and then stitched around it. And I like how that came out, and like how it just sticks out of the opening of this little pocket. The little bow sticks out there. Thought that was a fun addition. This is from my Ideals book. Printable of mine. This was fun. So it's carrot seeds. And then Meg had sent me this recipe for scalloped carrots. And I love it. And so I'm putting that back in there. And I made a copy of it so I could use it in the other journal. And then I thought it was fun to use this carrot. And I believe she might have sent me that carrot too. I think. So, let's see. And so what I did, I backed this with a envelope from the Dollar Tree. So it's like a coin envelope, and I backed it so I could give her the seeds and she could use them if she wants. And so just put that, so it's a little envelope back there. So she still has the seeds, and it's all together that way. And then I thought it went fun with this stationery paper. This is a receipt, vintage receipt. This is like a little flip out. This I'm not sure I can recreate in the other one, but it's going to have something very fancy too, a nice centerpiece. So this goes this way, because this was from another book it was from a page from another book. And so then it opens up and flips out like that. We'll see if I can recreate something like that. I can't make promises, but if not, it'll still be something fun. So there that goes like that. And then that comes down like that. And I love how it goes with the chickie and the egg next to there. This is from THRU, and it was like a banner, but I just loved her. The page felt thick. Still does. So this is the other side of that receipt, and this is a cutout from my printable. And I thought it would just look fun on the corner of that page. And it goes that way. There we go. We're almost getting to the end. Okay, so So this is a playing card that Meg sent me, and I thought the colors went really good with that page. And I believe there's some other surprises in there. This is a printable that I enlarged a little bit and turned it into a tuck spot. And this is paper that I was going to stamp or add something to that still. Sometimes I just don't know when to quit. I love to add things, and then the book gets chunkier and chunkier. I thought this little book page went well with that. There. Here's the flip side of my printable with the lines. And I believe Meg sent me this seed pack, and I thought it would be fun to include it back into her journal. And I love that image there. This is like a cutout, and I thought it could be fun for her to draw airs on it or do something funny there. You know, it's up to the new owner what she would like to do. This is like a little fence, and I thought it would be fun because I thought it went really good with this green, and that would be fun to put the bunny behind there, the Easter bunny. And he's peeking out. And then over here is this, I believe, is from KB and Friends. This is from KB and Friends. And this is just a library card pocket. This is my printable. A library card pocket that I just filled with some fun stuff. And put a little bunny down there. Well, I hope you liked this, and I loved going through the whole process with you and sharing my steps, and it's quite full. It's a full one. And I hope Meg loves it, and please let me know if you would like to reserve this one, and it should be done by the end of this weekend. That's the goal anyhow. Okay. Have a great day, and please like and subscribe, and thanks for coming to my channel.